Hello guys, my name is Omkar Sarve and today I'm going to explain you basics of networking. So before starting basic concepts of networking, we should have to know what is internet. So internet is used for global network in for the interconnected computers and device worldwide, it connects multiple device worldwide from one country to another. You can transmit the data. It used for the communication. It uses standardized protocol called TCP IP. Like it uses IP addresses for sending packet from one source to destination, and it is decentralized, no central governing authority. Like internet is not centralized, not owned by any single organization. It is globally uh, owned by everyone. Like everyone has right to use the internet. Data transmission, transfer data packet in across the network. So data transmission, as we know, we can upload and download the data from over the internet. Access to the resources such as websites, email, social media, cloud storage, and more services supports communication, e-commerce, education, and entertainment. Key components are server, clients, routers, and ISPs. So we are going to see everything I have mentioned here one by one. What are the servers, clients, router, ISPs, TCP, IP. I know it's a new concept for you everyone here. So firstly, let's understand types of network. So there is a first type is LAN, which full form is local area network. It covers small geographic areas such as home, office, with it has a high speed and low cost communication. Like within the office, there are two computers are connected together. Then we can call it local area network. They are within their IP range. They are connected together in with the limited area, and we can call it LAN, local area network, in their local area. Wide area network means it spans large geographic area such as countries, continents, connects multiple local area networks using public networks like internet. Like we can say, there is one organization, there is their own network, and there is another organization in different place, and they are having their own local area network, and they are connecting together. So their connection which they have made, we call it wide area network. So in wide area network, there is a ISP. They connect over the ISP. Like first organization connect to the ISP, and through the ISP it is connected to the another organization. Secondly, there is MAN, which we say metropolitan area network. It covers city or the metropolitan area, larger than the LAN but smaller than the WAN, which means it do the same tasks that as a wide area network do, but it has some limitation. It is smaller as compared to the wide area network. For example, citywide or the Wi-Fi networks, we can see you can see the Wi-Fi, we have the connectivity of 20-30 people are connected to the Wi-Fi. So that is the metropolitan area network. Personal area network, it is a very small network for you personal use. Connect devices like the smartphones, laptop, wearables. You can say your phone's internet network, which you can say it is a personal area network. Campus area networks, it connects multiple local area networks within the campus or the organization. Example, university network. So yeah, you have understood it, I guess, because it's same as the WAN, but only limited within the organization. But when we see the WAN, it is not limited for the organization. It is over the large geographic area. And there is another, that is VPN, virtual private network. A secure private network over a public network ensures encrypted communication. Example, remote work connection to the company network. So what is VPN? To understand it, we need to understand what is internal network and what is external network. So I will show you with the drawing. Let's see, say this is your company, this is the PC there, and this PC is present inside your company, okay, and this is the another PC or the laptop, we can say. This external PC is belong to this XYZ company, and this PC need to communicate with the internal network of this company. So what they use is virtual private network. What virtual private network do? Let's say this external PC is connected to any external local area network, okay, it is connected to the internet, ISP, any external network, and it need to communicate with the internal network of this organization, okay, and this PC is belong to this organization, okay, and to establish this network connection, this PC need to enable virtual private network. Means basically what VPN do for this organization, this PC which is connected to the external ISP seems to be in the internal network. Means it tells the internal organization that this PC is connected in the internal network, not to the external network over the ISP or the internet, and that's why it gives access to the internal computer, internal network, to this external system, okay. I hope you guys understood. So let's understand what are the network components. So there are various components are used in the networking, such as routers, switches, hub, modem, access point, firewall, cable, server, and DHCP server. Let's see one by one what they do. So routers are basically used for routing. Routing means setting a path for one device to communicate with another device. Like let's say this is the computer and this is another computer. Let's say this is another computer, okay. This computer is connected to a switch and this is also connected to the switch, but this PC has different network range. Network range is basically defined by the IP address. We are going to see that in our further sessions. So what is the IP range, what are the types of IP addresses and everything, but in general we are going to understand what is the router and what does it do, okay. So this is one network and this is another network within the same organization, okay. This is the one network and this is the second network and it is within the same organization. If you try to send the packet to this number 2 network, okay, it doesn't allow you to send that packet from one network to another within the organization because it is in the different IP range, okay. IP range are defined like class A, class B, class C. If network number 1 is in the class A and network 2 is in the class B, okay. What is class A and what is class B, I am going to explain you in my further sessions, don't worry, okay. So it doesn't allow network 1 to communicate with the network 2 within the organization To establish that communication, we have to add router, what we can say router, and we have to connect both the switches with the router. And what that router do is it enable the communication, and it set the path. It tell this router, tell this PC, if you want to send packet from this to this PC, you have to go through this whole path. Okay, so that's what router do. Let's erase this all. So another thing is switch. So we have seen in the previous diagram, the PC is connected to the switch. So what switches do? So it connects devices within the same network and forward the data. We have seen that there was a network 1, there was a switch, there was a PC connected, and let's say another PC is connected to the same switch. We use SW for the switch. Okay, so my question is this PC is able to communicate with PC1, PC2? Is PC1 able to communicate with PC2? Yes. Why? Because it is connected to the switch, and switch represent local area network. In the switch, they are in the same network, and that's why they are able to establish communication with each other. Okay, I hope you guys understood. Another, there is hub. Hub is the device which is used for the broadcasting. Okay, hub is used for broadcasting. Means what is broadcasting? Broadcasting means, let's see, if you're watching a news. Okay, if you're watching a news and it is they're shooting a news somewhere. We are talking about live broadcast. Okay, so they are shooting some news on the field. Something is happening in the world, and they are sending that live broadcast to everywhere on everyone's television. So what is broadcast means? There is a one source. Let's say this is internet, this is connection coming from ISP or internet to the hub. And what that hub do? That hub broadcasts that communication to all over the devices which are connected to that hub. Okay, so hub basically the broadcast it broadcasts the data to all the connected devices. It doesn't matter what network it is local or the metropolitan, whatever it is. Hub don't care about it. And also I want to share with you that in today's world, hub is totally outdated. Very few organization maybe use the hubs, like old government organization or something. They use hubs still just to extend the network or something. But in today's world, hubs are totally discontinued, because there are so many disadvantages for using hub in the network. Because if you want to change some configuration for the one port, and if you are using the hub to connect multiple devices, then if you configure that one port, all the configuration goes on for all the PCs in that which are connected to that port. And if we don't want that, it's best practice to use L2 or L3 switches, which allows to configure subnets and all. We are going to talk about what are the subnets and what are L1, L2 switch in further videos. But just understand these basic concepts, and in future I will tell all concepts to you. So there is another device which is modem. Modem is a device which convert digital signal to the analog for the internet access and vice versa. Like internet signals are the, we can say, analog signals. Okay, they are not in digital form. They are maybe light signals in the optical fiber, or the radio signal, or the anything you can say, like mobile signals which came from the tower are the radio signals. Okay, so all that signals in the form of analog. And what modem do, modem convert them into the digital signal. What is digital signal? So digital signal is basically 0 and 1. 0 and 1s is the language which is understood by the computers. Okay, so modem do convert analog signals into digital signals, means convert that signals in the language of computers. Okay, access points enable the wireless device to connect it to the network. Okay, access points means it's similar like the Wi-Fi routers, but it's similar, not the same. Okay, what access point do, it extend the network. Okay, extend the network. There is one LAN network, it extend that network to the wireless, and all the wireless devices are able to connect to that AP and to that local area network. What is the firewall? Okay, firewall protects the network by filtering traffic based on the rules. What is firewall? Firewall is the device. If this is your organization, these are your PCs, okay, in the organization. So this is the layer of firewall. This external layer is firewall. Okay, F for firewall. And then it is connected to the I for internet. Okay, it is connected to the internet, and those PCs are present in internal network. So if anything comes from the internet, it firstly goes into the firewall, then firewall understand what is coming, what is incoming from the internet, what is incoming traffic, it is secure or not secure. We know there are HTTP and HTTPS protocols for internet browsing and all. We use that secure socket layers. Okay, so I'm going to explain them also in the future, but let's understand basics. Okay, so what firewall do, it recognize what is the incoming traffic from the internet, and it filter on the basis of the rules which are set by the organization or the who manages the firewalls. Okay, there are separate team who manages the firewall in the organization. They set some rules for incoming traffic, like blocking some sites. Like if they say google.com should not work in the office, then if you try to access google.com from your internet network, you are not allowed to access that site. It will show the notification that this site is blocked by the firewall or any internal network administrator team. Okay, that's what it do basically. Okay, then there is cables. So connecting to the switches and routers, there are so many LAN cables we use, like Ethernet cables, fiber optics, and so many other like coaxial and all. Everything we use in the network for different purposes. We use different cables. There are cross cables, straight cables, and everything has their own purpose. I'm going to tell everything in the detail in future, but let's understood this. Server are the centralized system that stores and manage network resources. What is server? Server is the centralized system. Server is present at the center of everything. As for server, then there are then there are other things are connected to it, like internet or whatever is connected to it. Okay, internet, routers or switches or whatever, firewalls, switches. Okay, what server do? Server do manage everything, every resources. They store the rules and regulation in it. What should this these devices and this component should do, where the traffic should come, where should that's the basic task of the server. It manages everything, like employee directory on everything are managed by the servers. DHCP server. DHCP is the dynamic host uh, communication protocol. Okay, so it's assign IP addresses automatically to the network devices or host. It assign IP addresses. So, and another, there is a DNS server. DNS is for domain name resolution, domain name system. It there are, so if you have a PC, you can see if you type the command on the command prompt, uh, the command is host name. If you type host name on the command prompt, okay, if you type hostname on command prompt, you will get name of the computer. So what that name is, if you are using personal computer, it doesn't matter that much, but if you are in the organization and if you are using the hostname, so every PC has given some hostname by the internal IT team or something. So that hostname and IP are we can see they do the same task. Okay, like if you are having the IP 192.168.10.1, okay, and if you are having XYZ or something hostname, if you do ns lookup of this, ns lookup is a command of this hostname, you will get this IP address, and if you do ns lookup on this IP address, you will get this hostname. What I am trying to tell you, hostname and IP addresses are work same, like they work same in the organization. Okay, so it is basically the identification purpose, and that task is done by the DNS server, that assigning that IP and hostname together, like linking them and forming some name resolution for that system is done by the DNS server. Okay, so that's for the network component. Let's go further. What is IP address? Okay, so there is so many things that we have to understand when we are going to understand what is IP address. But in general, first let's see what is IP address. It is a unique identifier for the device on a network. Each device is uniquely identified over the internet through its IP address. Okay, so its purpose is to enable communication between devices over the internet. If you want to communicate from one PC to another, if you want to communicate from one PC to another, how do you communicate? What should you know about another system first? That is its IP address. Okay, if you know the IP address, you can ping, you can send the packet, you can take remote access, everything you can done through the IP address. Okay, there are two types of IP address, IPv4 and IPv6. IPv4 and IPv6, there is a huge history of those two IP addresses, why they came and what is their purpose. So if you see IPv4, there is some limitation, like let's say if you are giving IPv4 addresses to the system, after some lakhs or millions or something, that IP range will finish. I don't know exact range or something, and let's not go into that part. Okay, let's say there is a range of some in lakhs like you have given IP addresses to some PCs in the local area network, or in the organization there are some lakh 2 3 lakh 4 lakh PCs, okay, and you have given IP addresses to each PC in different ABC or everything you have done, and there is no IP address left, okay, there are no any other unique identification number left for your system. What will you do? Okay, so that's the same question arised in the past, and then they decided to create new version of that IP addressing system, and they introduced IPv6. So what is IPv6? It has no limitations, okay, like it has limitation, but you can give so many IP addresses to the system, and there is no limit for that. It happened because IPv4 is 32-bit. It is limited to the 32 bits, and IPv6 is 128 bit. So if you are doing the permutation and combination of that 128 bits, you can make in a lot of numbers of IP addresses for the host. Means you can cover almost 2-3 earths, okay, you can cover almost 2-3 earths, and still those IP addresses won't finish, okay, for the devices. So you can say infinite device also, but there is still a limited range for that also, okay. Categorize public and private IP addresses. What is public and what is private IP address? Public IP address means which is visible to everyone within the organization or external to the organization. If you are in the organization, in the company, and in the organization, you are inside the organization, here is your PC, and there is some IP, let's say 10.0.0.1 or something, okay, this is the IP of this system. This is another PC, it is, and both are connected to the internet. What is public and what is private, we are going to see, okay. On the internet, if you are trying to access this PC from the internal organization, from PC number 1, this is let's say 2, okay, you will see something like 103.0.0.1 or something type of IP of this system, not 10.0.0.1. Why? Because this is the public IP of this system, and this whole thing is the private IP of this system, and which is visible to only internal systems, internal computers, and for this IP is visible. If you want to see what is your public IP, just go on the Google and search what is my IP address. Go on the Google and search what is my IP address. What is my IP? Search this on the Google and you will see your public IP address, public IPv4 address, which is visible to everyone, and with that IP address everyone is communicating with you, and from that IP address you can also get the location and everything of the person or something. Maybe you have seen in that show, that CID and all, they're getting the location of the criminal over the IP address and all of that shit. Okay, so let's not talk about that. Functions routes data to correct the to the correct destination. What IP address do? It routes the data. It helps data to reach their correct destination. You want to send packet from 192.168.10.1 to 192.168.10.2. There are two pieces, two IPs. You want to send packet from 1 to 2. Then this IP address help your data to reach at the correct destination. Okay. Example used in the accessing website or sharing files. Where we use IP addresses, we use IP addresses for accessing the websites or sharing files. Every website you are seeing, like you are seeing google.com. What is google.com? It is the domain name of that site. Okay. Same as your computer source name, google.com. Google.com is a domain name of this site. You can see, you can search on the Google what is the IP address, what is the public IP of google.com. Search what is the public IP of the google.com, and then try to copy paste in the browser, and you will reach on same google.com page. Just try it once and let me know in the comment box what you have seen, and you will understand by doing that practically what is public and private IPs, and how it used for accessing websites. Okay. Basic of network security. So we have seen the firewall. I have told you what is firewall, what is what it do, like a filter incoming and outgoing network traffic based on the security rules. Antivirus software. What does it do? It removes malicious software, detects it and remove it from your device. Virtual private network, encrypt internet connection to the secure data. Earlier I have told you what is VPN also. Encryption, convert data into secure format to prevent unauthorized access. You may know, if you are from technical background, what is encryption, what is decryption. So if there is a data in some format, like it is a text file, and there is written something like my name is Omkar. Okay. What does encryption do? It converts that whole thing in something different. Okay. It converts something different code, which may be not read by humans, but it will be understood by the computers. And if you want to see what is original text is, you have to decrypt it first, and then you will see what is written. Okay. Access control. What is access control? So let's see if this is switch. Okay. One PC is connected to this, and another PC is also connected to this. Okay. Let's see, another is a small PC also connected to this. Okay. Don't judge my drawing, I'm very bad at drawing. Okay. So let's say we want 1, 2 and 3. Okay, these are the PCs. We want PC1 to communicate with PC2, but we don't want to allow this PC1 to communicate with PC3, but they are connected to the switch in the same network. So they have the connection, everything. Then how do we stop PC1 from establishing communication with PC3? So for that we have access control list, that I will tell you in the future session what is access control list. It is ACL, where we block some ports on the switches, and by blocking them we stop accessing a specific IP address to another devices or another host in the same network. Okay. Security policies are the rules defined for the safe usage of network. Security policies means define rules for safe uses of the network. Like you don't want people to visit some sites which you seems to be malicious or not good for your organization or something. There are various sites like pornographic sites. So many sites are present on the internet, and you don't want your employers or your if you are in the university, you don't want your students to explore such sites. You want to block the site, you can block them using the firewall, your proxy and everything. Okay. Backup solutions ensure data recovery in the case of breaches or the failures. If something happens, if there is a server down situation, if there is a no electricity situation, okay, in that case what happen, there is chances of losing data, okay, there are chances of failure, there are chances of so many things. External intruders may attack on your whole infrastructure and take the access. Anything should will be happen, so for that we should have that backup solution. If that things will happen, then you must have that some backup solution. So all those things come in the network security part. If you have good knowledge of the network security, we can become the network security analyst also. It is a good profession and get good packages. Basic network protocols. So there are so many protocols in the network. You can see nearly about 70 to 60,000 protocols are present in networking, and each protocol has their own specific purpose. But here are some basic basic protocols which we use daily in our network domain, such as TCP, transmission control. It ensure reliability, ordered and error check data delivery. It is the most secure type of data transmission control protocol. IP is the internet protocol. It routes data packets between devices across the network. HTTP and HTTPS facilitates web communication. HTTPS adds encryption for the security. What is HTTP? If you are going to on the site which has HTTP protocol configured, that means that site is less secure, and if there is HTTPS, means that site adds encryption for the security. Now that site has the encryption, proper SSL certification, and it allows it to secure web browsing. DNS is a domain name system, translate domain names into the IP addresses. Yeah, I have told you earlier what is DNS server is. It basically do is your computer network is translated into the IP address, and IP address is translated into the computer name. Okay. DHCP means dynamic host configuration protocol. Assign IP addresses automatically to the device. You can do both ways. You can assign IP addresses manually also, and you can use DHCP server also. There is FTP, file transfer protocol. Transfer file between computer over a network. For sharing the file over the internet, we use file transfer protocol. SMTP protocol is used for mail transfer. SNMP means simple network management protocol. Monitor and manage network devices. Okay, that's all for the basic of network protocols. So we have seen all the basic concepts which are present in the networking, and we are going to see more deeper and understand in detail about each and everything in future videos. Just let's see what are the career option in the networking and why you should go for this career option. Like what are the future scopes, what are the packages you will get, is there are any chances for the freshers in this domain, everything. Let's discuss about that only. Okay, so career options in the networking are network engineer, network administrator, network architect, system administrator, security, network, wireless network, security, everything, blah 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 blah, everything is present there. Okay, so many job roles and so many packages, like from 10 LPA to 20 to 25 30 also you can get in this domain. Yeah, you need lot of experience. For fresher you should not expect any higher salary or whatever. You have to be satisfied what you have got. Okay, but with the experience you will get so much higher packages in this domain, such as you have various roles, like you can go if you are looking for cybersecurity, it is the best path to. You first have to learn what is networking, and then you can go for the next ethical hacking or something, everything. But you must have understanding of what is networking first. Okay. Telecommunication and VoIP engineer, network analyst, network project manager, everything is here. uh, yeah, that's it for the career options. I cannot tell you a lot about it, because you can search about those career options. What are the packages on uh, Glassdoors or various platform on the internet in today's world, where you can see what are the packages you will get in this domain. Let's go to the end for this video, but it's not the end for uh, our journey towards understanding network concepts. Okay, so subscribe my channel, stay with me for next video sessions for the concepts of networking. Thank you.